join the bandwagon and just go with the WIP parade myself. So today what I'm going to show you is about the maybe 10 WIPs I have that I can pick and choose from what the mood strikes to stitch on at any given moment. As you know, I've said before, I don't have a rotation, I don't have any goals, I just stitch what I want when I want, and if I don't feel like stitching, I don't, and if I do, I do. So thank you for joining me today to see what I have in my frames ready to stitch. I hope I'm gonna bring all the information that you need for each project. If I forget something, please ask me. I'm gonna try to put everything down in the description box below. If I forget something, again, just let me know. Let's go with the first one. It was in one of my project bags because it's Halloween themed. It is Dance 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 by Mama Witch Cross Stitch. I love her pattern. This I started as a sal with lollipop stitches. Hi Lolly, for her birthday sal. And this is where I'm at. Oops. So I don't know, maybe that's 25%. It's a paper copy. Maybe I can put in pattern deeper, I don't know. So in honor of Lolly, she loves Stitch. And this is the genie Aladdin from Disney. He was voiced by, I have the blank, one of Lolly's actor that she likes. And now you're seeing my wheels turning. Robin Williams. Yes, sorry about that. So this is stitched on 32 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus linen. And it's coming along good. It's all DMC, all called forward. I started 24 September 2021. This is not something I reach out to a lot. It's not my typical full coverage, but I still have plans to finish it someday. Number 2 is what I'm currently stitching right now. That would help if that. This is the Disney Castle. I'm gonna put a picture here. So Disney Castle, I'm loving the blues and the aqua. This is stitched on 28 count 2/1/10 stitch with all the DMC colors. I am at 15.10%, but like I said, this is what I'm working on right now. So my next normal Flosstube, you're gonna see probably more than just that, because this has my heart right now. So I have some Hades, Needle Minder, and Jasmine because they were blue. This because she's my favorite. And I forgot to say, but this I started 4th of June 2022. So this I've started, this is my second time I've started. So I don't know if it's the day that I started this one or the day I started the other one. The other one I still did in 28 count 2/1, but I did by columns, and I had column lines. And at first I thought, man, that's not a big deal. It's gonna, you know, forget about it and stretch out. And the more I worked on it, the more I thought, you know, it's not worth working on something that is bothering me. It's not gonna go away. So that's how I started the diagonals. And as you can see, no column lines or diagonal lines. Okay, I was able to find my first start on the Disney Castle, the one where I was telling you I had grid lines. I didn't remember, but I was doing that 1/1 full cross on, I think this is 28. Look at that. It's so bumpy. So I just thought it was worth sharing why I've restarted and why it would have annoyed me to no end. I'm so happy now that I see this, that I've restarted. I can absolutely salvage this because I'm sure I'm gonna start something else at some point. Number 3 is something you've seen recently. That's what I was working on last month or a couple months ago. I'm gonna put a picture here. It is the wishing apple, and that's where it is. This is beautiful. This is again 28 count, 2/110 stitch. I'm sorry, I'm trying to not make noise here with my big bars. Yeah, I am at 35 point something %, so coming along really great. I can't wait to be at the bottom where the dress is and the apple, the poison apple too. But this is where it is for now, the wishing apple. Number 4 is something super cute. I don't know why it's not finished yet. Maybe I should just do it, but it is Patrick O'Shanahan from Rebel Stitcher Designs, Colleen. I've received this as part of a club that she was making. So I'm using the fabric, the fabric that was in a kit and the cute little minder. So this is where I'm at. This is a 14 count Ada printed fabric by Jody that came with the kit, like I said. It's pitiful, but it is a start, and I'm gonna work on it now. I don't remember when I started this. I don't have notes on it, but I'm sure it was when the kit came out, sometimes in 2022. Love it. So yay. Number 5. I don't have a lot of information to tell you about this. It's been so long and my notes were not that great back then, but it is a stitch along that Brooks Books started, but she never finished. It was supposed to be a 12-part based on Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid. I've done the first 2 parts. There's a bit more that are out that I've never done yet. However, I wanted to do the 12 of them, but like I said, she's not releasing those anymore. So I know I've started this in 2018 when this came out. I have zero idea what my fabric is, but this is where I'm at. So these are the first 2 parts, King Triton, Ariel. I think it's gorgeous. It's full of Krynics. I have a ton of fabric. Like I said, because it was supposed to be a 12-part series. So maybe I pick up another 1 or 2 characters if that's what she has, and maybe call it a day for now. I don't know if she has plans on releasing more of them, but so apparently I'm a big liar, pants on fire. I have a whole page dedicated to what I just spoke about, the Hans Christian Andersen Sal. So it's a 32 count Riviera Aqua Linen by Witchelt, 2/2. Yes. Number 6. I don't know what to think of this one. I have a feeling a lot of people will love it. I love it. I'm not saying I'm not loving it. I haven't worked on it in probably 2 years. I think I've started this in 2020 with all the attention of just starting it and finishing it and putting it on my wall and just be so proud of it. It is still my goal, however I'm losing steam on it. Here's what it is. It's a Chatelaine Egypt garden mandala. There's someone working on it right now, Amy, that hers is beautiful as well. So I don't know where I'm at because it's a paper copy. Oh, and I wanted to say also what I'm suspense here before I show you. I bought the PDFs and I went to Staples here in Canada, but you can go to any printer, and I had them printed at 400%. So yes, I have poster size charts. However, I can see the symbols very clearly. I can see the colors very clearly. I can see the specialty stitches very well. So for me, it's working amazing to have it printed that big, and I can highlight and take notes and whatnot. So anyway, let's just show you. This is where I'm at. Like I said, it's beautiful. It's not that it's not. Look at this. So I don't know if that's 30–40%, but there's no beads yet. This is all stitching. I've started back stitching as well. Back stitching doesn't bother me. There's Kreinig or Petit Treasure braid, but there's no beads yet. I love the pyramid here. Sorry, there's like a thread. Anyway, all that to say that I know I should go back to it at some point, but I just don't know when I will. So even if I never finish it, to me, that's not an issue. I'm stitching for the fun of it, for the calm it's giving me, for the enjoyment of life it's giving me. Having something finished is just a bonus. It's not my end goal. So I got the kit. I bought the fabric and the beads, the threads, everything from European Cross Stitch. And I have a scarab, needle minder, and like a Egyptian god one as well. So I went into my stitching room because I wanted to show you, the enlarged copy of the pattern that I was telling you about, the Egypt garden. I'm gonna take it really far and it's highlighted, so, but that's 1/4 of the chart. 7. The one before last. This is something that I've looked at for a long time on Heaven and Earth Designs. I've always wanted to do it, but I was telling myself it's too big, it's ginormous, it's gonna take you forever. But like I've just said, I realized, you know what, I don't care if I ever finish it, I don't care if it's ever on my wall, I just want to do it because I love history. I love going to a museum. When we travel, we try to visit museums. So I'm gonna put a picture here. It is Museum Bookshelves by Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm not doing the max color, max size, no. I'm just doing the regular one. So it's a tiny start, but it's a start, and it looks like nothing so far. So I'm taking out the frame, the picture that has like a golden frame around the image. To me, there's no point of having a frame in a frame if I ever finish it, and I'm like, it's just gonna take me time for no reason, you know? So I'm cutting it out, so I'm just starting at the picture. I'm using pattern keeper, so I just pretended I've stitched all of those. I know it's about 12 point something % that it took out. So every time I work on it, I look at my total percentage minus whatever I never stitched, so I know how much I've done. So this is again on 28 count, 2 over 1/10 stitch. On my Omanic frames that I love. So I forgot to tell you when I started it, 3rd of December 2021, I've started it, and I'm at 2 point something %, maybe not even 1 point something. Like I said, I'm not doing the math right now, but so I'm gonna work on this again. I don't know when, hopefully soon. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, so that's what matters. Again, I'm all prepared, like I'm organized. The start is 10.86 and now I'm at 12.61, so 1.8-ish % done. Number 8 and the last one, I'm loving this one. It's not a full coverage, but it's Disney. A lot of people have started it and some have finished it, and it's so beautiful. There's a story to mine. I started mine 3 times. The one that you're gonna see is the 3rd time. The first time, well, first let me show you. It's Epic Storybook Princesses by Clouds Factory. It's humongous, it's beautiful. Okay, so I started my first version when the pattern came out. I got everything. I knew it was so big. I wanted some higher count fabric to make it smaller. So I got some 36 count Mystic fabric, I think, or Mystic color, something like that, from Picture This Plus. It was beautiful fabric, but it was tiny because it was dark blue. I could not see a thing. My stitches were weird. I could not count properly. It was a disaster. I was hating every second of it, and I said no, no, no. So I've decided to restart it on a 32 count Witched Pearl Gray. This is my neutral, what I like to use, and it was good, but it was going to be too big. So I did a few, and I really wanted to have it big but nice, and anyway, so it didn't work out for me. And I was talking, I think, to Colleen, Rebel Stitcher Design, and Susie, Flosstube Susie, on Instagram. We have a group chat, and I mentioned something about wanting to have a 40 count, but not linen, because I didn't want the slub, and so even weave. And Colleen suggested reaching out to Jody and ask if she could custom dye something gray for me in 40 count Verdal. People, she did, and it is perfection. This is loose on the Q snap, but so this is Snow White. This fabric, so when I was texting Jody, I said, you know what, I would like a gray that is around, I think it's 413, 415, the gray tone. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna get that done. And she did. And it's exactly what I was looking for. So I didn't want those spiral things in the pattern. I believe they're blue. I'm not a super fan of blue. I didn't want that to be like the focus of the piece. I just wanted that to surround it, border it, like cut in between the movies. So I said, you know what, why not tone on tone, which I did. and I'm super glad I did. So this is 1/1, 40 count. I've done the castle. Let me show you. So this is a 11 by 17 chew snap. See how much fabric there is? Wow. So this is middle of the piece. So that's where I'm at. I think, so I'm going to Colleen's retreat, sweater weather, like I'm trying to not have an English, like Anglophone accent, and you're trying to give me another accent on top of it. That's super hard. So anyway, thank you, Colleen. So I'm going to her retreat. I think this is going to be my retreat piece because, let me fight this over, because I don't want to bring a full coverage piece. It's too big. I stitch two-handed usually, so I would need a Lowry stand. Obviously, I'm not going to bring a Lowry stand to an international retreat. So I think I'm going to bring this and a 11 by 11 Q snap, and just bring the colors that I need for either the border or the movie that I'm at. And yeah, look at this fabric. I've told you, it's like a yard, maybe a bit less because I think I've cut some, but anyway. Speaking of that, how or what would you suggest? So if I use an 11 by 11 Q snap, like I said, I work two-handed. Usually that's what I prefer. If I have to work one hand, that's gonna be fine. But what, or do you have a suggestion for a stand? Something small that I can bring to a retreat to either put on myself or put on a table where I could stitch two-handed. So that's it. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much. I hope it was interesting to you, even though it was not a lot. There's not that much variety though. There's pretty things that I'm very drawn to, but still it just speaks to who I am, what I like to do, and what brings me joy. So thank you so much for taking the time. I know there's WIP parades all over Flosstube right now, and the fact that you're choosing to spend some of it with me, it means a lot. When I was asking on Instagram if I should do it or not, someone said that, you know what, even if you have just one, just do it. It's for you, it's for the fun of it. And she was right. So thank you. I don't remember who it was, but it's true. It's for the fun of it. It's just to share. I'm not doing that for any other reason than just to interact with all of you. So thanks again and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye. Merci.